And we welcome back in everybody as we are live getting ready for this one on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, doing play-by-play of the NBA Summer League Finals. We got the number 8 seed, the Memphis Grizzlies, taking on the number 3 seed, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks so much everybody for joining me on this stream. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below, hit that subscribe button, as well as I'll be calling play-by-play of this one for you guys. So we'll be tipping off probably like 5 minutes or so from now, but thank you all for joining me in here. So earlier today, it was announced that Brandon Clark, the number 21 overall draft pick for the Memphis Grizzlies, happened to be the 2019 NBA Summer League MVP. So Brandon Clark has been crowned the MVP of the Summer League, as he's had two great back-to-back games that he's put together. The first one was against the Boston Celtics in the quarterfinals. Brandon Clark finished with 18 points, 12 rebounds against Boston. And then in the last game, as they beat the Pelicans by 1 in overtime, or 2 points in overtime. What a game that was. 88-86 was the final day. Brandon Clark scored 23 points, snagged 14 rebounds in that one, shot 7 for 10 from the floor. 4 of those rebounds were offensive rebounds. As we got Goalhorns in the chat, what's good, my man? Thanks so much for joining me back here. So we should be tipping off here in a couple minutes between both of these teams. As far as Minnesota goes, they won yesterday against the Brooklyn Nets 85-77, but that game was a much further deficit for the Nets throughout the game, but they actually made a late comeback into that one and cut the Timberwolves lead to only 8 points at the very final result. So that was that one. So Memphis taking on Minnesota in this one. We have Brad in the chat. What's good, Brad? Thanks so much for joining me back here. So who do you think I will win? Who do you think will win here? I'll say Minnesota. I said Minnesota yesterday. I'm going to keep with the T-Wolves here, as I think it's going to be point production. Point production for Minnesota. They've been really great so far with the point production. There hasn't been one spectacular standout player for the T-Wolves throughout the Summer League, but they've got a good amount of them here. Naz Reid finished with 20.6 rebounds, 3 blocks yesterday, leading Minnesota in the scoring. Then Jordan McLaughlin had 12 points. Mitchell Creek had 11 points, as that defense has been incredible as of late from Minnesota, really clamping down on opposing offenses, contesting shots left and right. As Minnesota yesterday in the game against Brooklyn, they held Brooklyn to shoot the ball 2 for 19 from behind the three-point arc. Minnesota knocked down 11 three-point shots in that one. They knocked down 14 three-point shots from behind the arc against Dallas. So this Timberwolves team, the only team left undefeated in Summer League play, 6-0. Going up against Memphis. Should be one hell of a game for sure. Memphis is led by this guy, number 21 overall draft pick, Brandon Clark. He just got the Summer League MVP today, coming off 2 double-double games, including a humongous game yesterday. 23 points and 14 rebounds. So do they do a trophy presentation for the Summer League? I'm actually not sure about that, Goalhorns. I've never actually tuned in towards like the post game here for the Summer League, so this is the first time ever or so that I'll see though. We'll see if there's a trophy presentation or so. I'll probably just end the stream though after the game, unless they decide to do a trophy presentation. But thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here on the channel. So Memphis, their only loss in the Summer League was against the Boston Celtics. That was back on Thursday night, where Boston was the team draining down three-point shots, and then Memphis in the quarterfinals, hitting down shots from 3, reversing that, making it a complete 180 as Memphis beat the Celtics in the quarters. Then they won the game in the semis, as that was a close one. They beat the Pelicans in overtime, 88-86. Actually, the Grizzlies were down 10-1 early on in that game in like the first 3-4 minutes against the Pelicans, but they came back and they won that one in OT. Oh, wow. So, yeah, I've never actually stayed up for, like, the full Summer League, like, post-game ceremonies and stuff like that for the championship game. So, that's awesome. So, so that's cool. So, yeah, if we are able to get that trophy ceremony here and stuff like that, I'll let you guys know how that goes down. But thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here on the channel. We should be getting ready for the play-by-play here. Moments away from tip-off, as this one will be taking at center court once again. Las Vegas Summer League action between these two teams for one last stream in the Summer League Finals. We have Ryan back in the chat. What's good, Ryan, my man? What's going on? Everybody have a nice day today out there. Really nice day, I know for sure, on the East Coast. Mid-80s and completely sunny out there. We have Josh back in the chat. What's good, Josh? Thanks so much for joining me back once again here on the channel. Yeah, last video, it was a late night game. It was that Dallas versus Minnesota. That was a really late night. I actually started that game. I forgot to switch it from final to the first quarter for that one. But here we are, guys, getting ready to go tip-off as we are at the half-court circle for one last time here in the Summer League. Yes, smash that like button if you guys haven't done already. Hit that subscribe button if you're new as well as we get ready here for the tip-off. And it looks like Minnesota will have the first possession here. Driving inside with a dish right there underneath. They pass it back outside. They take the three, and they connect with it from the outside. So Jared Terrell from the University of Rhode Island drains the three right there at the top of the key. Yes, so the game just started. 9:35 left to go in the first. Minnesota with a 3-zip lead. Hey, what's good, Tria? Thanks so much for joining me back here. And yes, sub to off-the-wall hockey as well. Memphis, turnover right there in the key by a lob pass as Minnesota gets the steal. Keita Bates-Diop passes right wing into the hands of Naz Reid. He was the leading scorer yesterday for the T-Wolves with 20 points. That's a three from the left wing off the Naz Reid pass. No good by Minnesota. Gets rebounded by Memphis. So Memphis now with the ball. 9:10 left to go in the first. They dribble. Top of the key. This is Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen trying to go to the hole. Dishes it back outside. Brandon Clark, left corner three. Takes it. Connects. For the NBA Summer League MVP, Brandon Clark. Swooshing it for three. 3-3 right now to score. 8:55 left to go in the first. Hey, what's good, Cody? In the chat right now. What is good, Cody? Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw a video Scouts Honor posted about Taco Fall possibly signing with the Celtics, and there's a bunch of like rumors going out there. Grant Williams, that rumor that he could be playing ball in Europe for a year. Tons of rumors out there. So we'll see if they can get Taco for the Celtics. Nothing official yet, but rumors, though, has that shot no good by Minnesota. Memphis in transition, draining another three from the outside. That right wing three goes down by the Grizzlies. Tyler Harvey drains the triple. 8:10 left to go in the first. Minnesota with the ball. Dribbling right wing perimeter. They pass one off to Mitchell Creek. Dribbling right side baseline. Creek slings it over to Naz Reid at the top of the key. Naz Reid dribbling. Right elbow. Spin move now. Into the paint. Tries to go for the jumper. That one, he gets denied and it gets blocked right there. Memphis with the ball. 6-3 to score. Memphis up by 3. 7:55 left to go in the first. Memphis pull up jumper. Right elbow. No good. Battle for the rebound and Jordan McLaughlin has it for the T-Wolves. Minnesota now with the ball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Dribbling, making their move inside. McLaughlin. Oh, what a block right there by Brandon Clark. From behind, and the ball goes out of bounds. So Jordan McLaughlin trying to dribble right into the lane there, going past defenders, but he missed the defender right there as Brandon Clark went from behind, blocked the ball out of bounds, but it was a blocking foul by Clark. So 2 shots here coming up by McLaughlin at the free throw line. 6-3 to score. Minnesota has a chance to cut that deficit. No good, though, in the first shot with 7:43 left to go in the first by McLaughlin. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I feel like Taco Fall can improve with his game, but what he has, just the intelligence factor there for Taco Fall is incredible. Just like, he picked up the English language basically in 9 months or so, and he got like a really high SAT score too. He started playing basketball, I think, at the age of 16. So what he can accomplish in the NBA, like each and every year once he progresses, will be incredible. But he just needs to build up a lot of stuff. That 3-point shot, right corner three taken as Memphis connects. 9-3 to score. 7:17 left to go in the first. Minnesota comes right back with it. 3-point shot at the right wing. They drill it. 7:10 left to go in the first now. Memphis takes this one past the timeline. Bounce pass over to Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen, jumper to key. He hits it. 11-6 right now. Memphis firing on all cylinders from the floor at this moment. 6:58 left to go in the first. Left wing three. No good by Naz Reid. Gets rebounded by the Grizzlies. Grayson Allen with a rebound. Dribbling. Left baseline underneath the basket. Tried to put up a shot right there. The ball got deflected in the key and got tipped out of bounds by the T-Wolves. So 6:50 now left to go in the first. But yeah, hopefully the Celtics can somehow, someway get Taco Fall, because that'll just be a big blunder on their part if they don't get him. You really need that big man. Even though he needs a lot of development towards his free throw, definitely. He needs a lot of development there. If they can get him to jump higher, that'd be insane. Like, people, like, opponents would be floating up shots probably, like, over him or so. But if Taco Fall can, like, instead of like reaching up there, if he can somehow, like, some way jump even higher, that'd be incredible. As we're back to action here. Memphis with the ball off the inbound. They go inside and then they dish it back outside. Take a three. They knock it down. It's 14-6. So that shot goes down right there from the 3-point arc. Number 5, Bruno Caboclo drained it. Minnesota with the ball. They're down by 8. They pass that one left wing perimeter. Ball gets poked out of bounds on the play here. 6:26 left to go in the first. So the Timberwolves will get this one back in the inbound. Last touch by Memphis. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel right now as Minnesota comes right back at it. Inbound pass, backdoor cut, up and in for 2 by Mitchell Creek. 14-8 to score. That is a deep 3, lighting it up from the outside. Hit the front rim short, no, as that was no good by Memphis. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. T-Wolves with the ball, dribbling top of the key, making a move inside. No good on that layup, though. Offensive rebound. Naz Reid tried to back his way inside the low post. First shot, no good, and the ball goes bouncing off Brandon Clark's foot out of bounds, so Minnesota will inbound this one underneath their basketball hoop. So we have 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Down by 6, Minnesota to inbound. Jared Terrell, the inbound passer, passes it off to Reid. Reid, right wing 3, no good. That one was way short. Gets rebounded by Memphis. Memphis now with the ball. Bounce pass left wing. They put that ball into the hands of Tyler Harvey. Harvey, left elbow, passes right wing 3 here. Grayson Allen, no good off the mark. Rebounded by Creek of the T-Wolves. Minnesota with the ball. 5:40 left to go in the first. Passing half-court Logan. They pass it off. Jordan McLaughlin underneath the basket, circling the basket. Nice pass inside. Oh, they couldn't finish right there for 2 by the T-Wolves. Gets rebounded by Memphis. Grizzlies with the ball. They take a 3 left wing. They connect. Just like they were doing against the Celtics in the quarterfinal, they are doing once again right there. Keenan Evans with a left wing 3, and he connects with it as it's a timeout called on the court. 17-8. The score right now and Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So right now we're on a commercial break, and what a great start here by the Grizzlies. The last seed in the playoffs, number 8 seed here in the Summer League playoffs, and looks like they're out to a hot start in this one, up by 9. So just going to look at the leading scorers here as everybody contributing for the Grizzlies in this one. 6 points leading the way is Tyler Harvey, as he is 2 for 3 from behind the arc. 3 points by Keenan Evans. Brandon Clark with 3 points, and 3 points by Bruno Caboclo. So it's raining 3 balls right now for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're already 5 for 7 from behind the 3-point arc right now. So that is spectacular numbers so far in this game by Memphis. Hitting 5 shots from 3 down in the first, not even 5 minutes in this game. And you're hitting 5 3-point shots down from the floor. That's incredible right now. Memphis shooting the ball 6 for 9 right now from the court. Minnesota shooting at only 3 for 11. So Minnesota played really well defending the 3 against Brooklyn, as Brooklyn shot the ball alone 2 for 19 from behind the 3-point arc. But in today's game, it's been the total opposite. Memphis capitalizing on the 3 ball from the outside, getting open, and with that quick release, draining 3s off the cuts right there from the outside. Catch and shoot has been working well for the Grizzlies. So those are the Grizzlies numbers. They just updated you guys just a moment ago. Jared Terrell leading the way in scoring right now for Minnesota. He has 6 points so far. 2 points by Mitchell Creek in this game. So the Summer League MVP, Brandon Clark right now. 3 points so far by the number 21 overall draft pick, as we're on commercial break right now. Gonna get ready to go back to this one. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So here we are back to action right now with this one. So Minnesota with the ball off the inbound. Naz Reid has it right wing perimeter. Puts the ball into the hands of Barry Brown Jr. Brown dribbling left wing there. Bounce pass over towards the left elbow. Minnesota with the ball as they try to make a move inside, but they traveled with it right there. So turnover by the T-Wolves. Keita Bates-Diop gets called with a travel. Ball go back here to Memphis. Grizzlies with the ball. 5:08 left to go in the first quarters. They have it. They inbound it. Hey, we got Basketball Nuggets fan in the chat. Thanks so much for joining me back here once again. Memphis blowing past defenders, laying it up for 2 in the lane by the NBA Summer League MVP, Brandon Clark. 19-8 right now. 4:50 left to go in the first. Minnesota with the ball at the left wing. Oh, you got basketball practice again. That's awesome, man. That's great. Right wing here is Reid. Passes that one off. Bounce pass back to Reid. He loses it right there in the key and gets stolen by Memphis. Memphis now with the ball. Going to set up numbers here. They have it. Top of the key. Dribbling. They hand it off into the hands of Dusty Hannahs. Hannahs dribbling now. Left elbow. With the ball underneath the basket. Slings it back outside. Right corner 3 taken. Whistle on a foul before that, though, by Minnesota right there in the kicked ball. So 4.5 left to go in the first quarter right now. Great start for Memphis in this one. Up by 11. We got some more players checking into the game, though. Jordan Murphy, number 14, comes into this one for the T-Wolves. And then for Memphis, we got Doral Moore, number 14 as well into this game. Tyler Harvey checking right back in. Memphis with the ball, spin move into the key. That shot goes home right there off the backboard for 2 by Keenan Evans. 21-8, not the start that Minnesota wanted in this one. Memphis with the ball, they have it. Or Minnesota with about 4:10 left to go in the first. Memphis just got their shot off. As the T-Wolves dribble, they have a left wing perimeter. Shot fake, dribbling, left elbow, spin move now. Inside a low post for Creek. Bounce pass, and that one, stolen away for a second, but Memphis couldn't capitalize on the steal as the ball went out of bounds at the baseline. They almost had the clean steal right there underneath the basket. 4:02 left to go in the first quarter. We got an inbound coming up here. Down by 13 at the moment is the T-Wolves. We have 4 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Minnesota the inbound. They pass it left corner perimeter, sling it back towards the left wing. They take a 3 deep, no good, air ball as the shot clock expires. And it's a turnover by Memphis. So Memphis looking spectacular here. Minnesota just cannot get a shot so far in this one to fall in the past couple minutes here. 3:58 left to go in the first right now. As Memphis will get the inbound. Ball goes into the hands of Paris Lee. Lee takes a pass to the right side of the timeline. Passes that one off to his teammate Keenan Evans. Back to Lee, dribbling left wing perimeter. Lee, lob pass into the key right there. Big time jam. Two-handed jam on the alley-oop. Goes down by Brandon Clark. 23-8 right now is the score. 3:40 left to go in the first. Minnesota with the ball. They take a 3. Jordan Murphy connects. That is a helpful one right there by the T-Wolves to climb back and cut the deficit a little bit. They're still down by 12, though. Memphis with the ball at the right wing. Dribbling, they pass it off towards the top of the key into the hands here of Paris Lee. Paris Lee makes a move inside, lays it up and in, and gets fouled as well. So go to the line and shoot the and one. 25-11 right now is the score. Memphis firing on all different cylinders here in this game. Shooting the ball at 80% from the floor. They're making basically everything right now from the court. 12 for 15. So far in this game by the Grizzlies. So we have 25-11 to score. That shot no good on the and one on the free throw, but Memphis gets the offensive rebound. They get the pass in the key. They go with a floater up and in for that shot. They hit it home for 2. 27-11 right now. 3:05 left to go in the first. Minnesota jumper free throw circle. They hit it. 27-13. Memphis with the ball, under 3 left to go in the first quarter. They take it past the timeline here, pushing tempo. They have it right wing perimeter here for the Grizzlies. Slinging out into the hands of Paris Lee, top of the key. Lee passes over left elbow into the hands of Ivan Rabb. Rabb passes right wing, and now into the hands of Hannah's. Dusty Hannah's floater into the key connects. 29-13. The T-Wolves are definitely getting crushed in this one right now. Down by 16. Minnesota with the ball. Murphy making his move inside. Spin move. In the key underneath the basket. Gets stuffed the first time. Gets the ball back. Puts it up and in off the backboard for 2. 29-15 right now is the score. Timeout on the court. Minnesota really needed to take that timeout anyway. So yeah. Big lead right now for the Grizzlies at this stage of the game. Shooting the ball extremely well. As good as you can get in a Summer League game right now, as they are shooting at 80% from the floor. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on this channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So right now, moving into a commercial break, and it's a 14-point lead by Memphis. We'll see if they can retain that lead throughout the rest of the game, as we have Sports Fan TV in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much for joining me back here. So Sports Fan TV back in the chat once again. Looking at the numbers so far in this one, everybody has been pitching in, getting points so far in this game from Memphis. 6 points by Tyler Harvey. He's the leading scorer right now. 5 points by Brandon Clark. 3 points so far by Bruno Caboclo. And then Keenan Evans as well with 5 points. Grayson Allen with 2. Ivan Rabb with 2. So a lot of players there chipping in a lot of points. Yup, 80% from the floor right now. That's crazy. 12 or 15 shooting by the Grizzlies right now in this game. That's just a crazy number to start off that game. We'll see if that number should be dropping. There's no way they can maintain 80% plus throughout the game. So we'll see what that number figures out to be throughout the rest of the game. But that is crazy how they've shot so far from the floor in this one. Oh, it's a no stream today by Sports Fan TV. But yeah, whenever you do the next stream, though, if I see you streaming, I'll definitely come in and join when I do have a chance, if I'm around that time. Yeah, I've got the rosters here of these two teams right next to me, basketball and Nuggets fans. So yeah, just in case, but I've covered these teams around 3 times or so in the Summer League for both of these teams, so now I've got basically the grasp of both of these teams, covering them, so this is awesome. So basically, their entire lineup, most of these players are basically down on the roster, so but I still have the roster paper here that I have with me to go off if there's any players that I don't know that haven't played that much time in this one. But we're back to action here. Memphis with the ball, dribbling left baseline jumper, no good by Grayson Allen, a little too strong off the backboard. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. 2:05 left to go in the first quarter. Timberwolves with the ball, they have it at the top of the key. Dribbling towards the right wing perimeter. They pass it out towards the right corner. They take a 3 from outside and no good. Hits the top of the rim. Rebounded here by Memphis. So Keelan Martin missed a 3 by Minnesota. Memphis with the ball, taking this one at the left elbow. They're going to dribble back outside towards the left wing. Grayson Allen with the ball, dribbling left side baseline, tries to beat his man to the hole, gets blocked from behind though by Jordan Murphy. Minnesota now with the ball. T-Wolves have it, they pass the left wing, they take a 3, no good, hits the rim short, rebounded by Mitchell Creek. Mitchell Creek had it in his hands for a second. Memphis got the ball right back, though. Memphis with the ball left wing perimeter. That's Dusty Hannah's pass. Inside underneath the basket. And nice layup. Blowing past defenders by Paris Lee for 2. 31-15 right now as Memphis has exploded in this one. Up by 16. T-Wolves with the ball, dribbling top of the key here. Creek slings it over left wing perimeter. Into the hands of Murphy. Murphy loses control of the ball, but a whistle and foul reaching right there by the Grizzlies on the play. As we have, I think, around 1:10 left to go in this first quarter. Yeah, Minnesota is just getting crushed by that 3-point shot so far in this game. Everything. It's just raining 3-point shots right now by Memphis so far in this one. Yeah, Minnesota not doing so well in this one. Basketball Nuggets fan, but still plenty of game left. Minnesota the inbound. They take the jumper. They connect with it at the free throw circle for 2. It's a 31-17 game with 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Memphis with the ball. They have it right wing perimeter here. This is Paris Lee. Bounce pass over at the right elbow. Trying to back their way inside the low post here. Turn around. Right baseline jumper. That one no good by the Grizzlies. Gets rebounded by the Timberwolves. Minnesota with the ball. Dribbling. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Lots of dribbling here. They dribble now. Top of the free throw circle. They take the jumper. They connect with it with Barry Brown. Barry Brown playing college basketball this past season for Kansas State. He was a graduating senior. Led the Big 12 in steals per game. Memphis with the ball, and that is an offensive foul on the play committed by the Grizzlies. So turnover right there by Memphis with 32 seconds left to go on the clock as Minnesota will get the ball back. So the Timberwolves to get this ball back here on the inbound. Barry Brown into the game here, number 35 for Minnesota. Brandon Clark takes a seat on the bench once again right now for the Grizzlies. So Minnesota with the ball, under 30 seconds left to go in the first. They're dribbling past the Summer League logo. They pass it left wing perimeter here for the T-Wolves. T-Wolves, top of the key, making your move into the lane. They pass it right corner perimeter. Dribbling, and that is an offensive foul right there. Committed by Minnesota with 13 seconds on the clock. So Memphis will get the ball right back. So back-to-back offensive fouls by both of these teams. Memphis with the ball with one last chance here before the first quarter ends. They take this one past the half-court logo. 7 seconds left to go on the clock. Left wing here for Paris Lee. Takes the 3 with 6.4 seconds left. Whistle a foul, though, before he took the 3 by Minnesota. So we have 6.4 seconds left. Memphis is in the bonus right here. Our bonus coming up right after this one. So bonus coming up right after this one in the first quarter, but most likely will not happen. Grayson Allen takes the jumper at the horn. No good, and that is the end of the first quarter. 31-19 as the T-Wolves are down in this one by 12, though. So that is the end of the first quarter. As Basketball Nuggets fan likes how I say T-Wolves. Hey, thanks so much. So, yeah. Right now, 12-point game. Memphis is up, and they're killing it, crushing it with the 3-point shots right now. Shooting after one quarter, 65% right now from the court by Memphis. 13 for 20 from the floor, 5 for 7 from behind the 3-point arc. We look to that average for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8 for 20 from the court, 40% shooting from the floor, 3 for 10 from downtown. So, T-Wolves looking dead after the first quarter. Still have 30 minutes of basketball left here in the Summer League. And don't count out Minnesota, actually. They were down by 20 points with the Heat, with 8:20 left to go in the third quarter. They were down 51-37 at halftime against Miami earlier this past week. They came back and won that game. That was crazy. the only undefeated team left, though, but they're having all sorts of problems so far in this game, as Memphis has been able to capitalize all over the board so far in this one. So right now, the Grizzlies, the leading scorer, 6 points by Tyler Harvey, 5 points by Keenan Evans, then 3 points by Brandon Clark, 3 points by Bruno Caboclo, 2 points by Grayson Allen, 2 points by Ivan Rabb. And then off the bench, Paris Lee, 6 points as well off the bench, 4 points by Dusty Hannas in this one for the Grizzlies. As far as Minnesota's scoring is gone, the Timberwolves look like this right now. Leading the way, 6 points after one, Jared Terrell. 5 points by Jordan Murphy. He played college basketball for the Golden Gophers of the University of Minnesota. And then 2 points in there by a bunch of players here. Mitchell Creek, Keelan Martin, Barry Brown, and also in there happens to be Canyon Berry with 2 points. So getting ready for the second quarter, guys. Thanks so much for joining me on the channel. Yeah, it'd be crazy if Minnesota actually comes back here and makes another comeback. That'd be crazy, but a little bit of a tougher team. They've got tougher tasks. If Memphis just keeps on draining these three-point shots like they've done so or so, yeah, it's going to be tough to beat you when you've got 90 plus or maybe even 100 on the board here like Memphis is shooting for in this one. As they've got 31 after the first quarter here. 9:50 left to go in the second. We're back to action. Memphis with the ball at the free throw circle. They pass it towards the right wing of the perimeter here. Pass it at the top of the key into the hands of Paris Lee. Paris Lee dribbling at the right elbow. Backs it out towards the right wing perimeter. Now Lee takes it inside. Lee. Floater, no good, and battle for the rebound as Minnesota has it. They put that ball into the hands of Jordan Murphy. Hit that like button if you're new to the channel, guys. Hit the subscribe button as well. 12-point game. Minnesota with the ball, dribbling, left wing perimeter, bounce pass now over at the left baseline. They sling it back towards the top of the key. They take a three from the outside. They let it fly. They connect with it from three from downtown. It's a single-digit game right now. 31-22 as Barry Brown let that ball fly from the top of the key. Memphis with the ball, dribbling, right wing perimeter. Now they make a move inside, and that shot goes in, up and in off the glass for two. Nice layup right there, 33-22. 8:55 left to go in the second quarter. Minnesota with the ball. Another three. Left wing. No good off the front part of the rim. Battle for the rebound. Big rebound right there by Memphis. Underneath with a huge save at the baseline. Grizzlies have it. They have it. Left wing perimeter. Dribbling with the ball right there. They pass that one into the key. Floater up. Floater goes down right there on the alley-oop pass as it goes up and in for two with 8:40 left to go in the second. We're going to see here ESPN should be updating their graphic unless the foul happened before, if I'm seeing. But I think the foul happened with the alley-oop pass, catch and shoot right there inside the key for two. Let's see. Oh, they're gonna say before the shot. Wow, that didn't look like that. But anyway, Memphis has their 2 points right now. They take it into the lane right there, blowing past defenders for two. It's 35-22. So Minnesota's defense on that last play just completely collapsed right there. Yeah, there's been some bad shots taken by Minnesota the past couple plays. Just dribble up the court and they take the three, not even passing it off to find the open man here. So the T-Wolves have the ball. They have it at the left corner, dribbling here. 8:15 left to go in the second, dribbling. Left side baseline, backing it out towards the left corner of the three-point perimeter. Taking a three with a hand in the face. They sink that one, though. So that shot goes down. It's 35-25. Too many shots they've let fly. Memphis right there. They shoot the left wing three by Minnesota. Nobody there to play perimeter defense, and Memphis will get the ball right back on the offensive board. Another three taken. Top of the key. That shot's a miss by the Grizzlies. Gets rebounded by the T-Wolves. 7:45 left to go in the second. Minnesota with the ball. Bounce pass. In the key, they pass it out. Right corner. Perimeter here for McLaughlin. Nice feed inside. Backdoor cut. They lay it up and in right there for two. So Canyon Berry goes into the lane. Gets the pass fed to him and gets that shot home for two. It's an 8-point game. 35-27, 7.5 left to go in the second quarter. Memphis with the ball at the left wing. Now they have it left elbow. They pass it back. Takes the three, top of the key. And they connect, letting it fly from the outside. And the Grizzlies have been firing and hitting threes. Too many three-point shots. They've capitalized so far. And it's only the second quarter. 7:10 left to go in the second. 11-point lead by Memphis. T-Wolves with the ball. They have it right wing perimeter. Making their move right side baseline to the hole. They float it up. They get it to fall. Keelan Martin for two. 38-29. Memphis now takes a pass at half-court logo. They dribble with it. At the right elbow, they pass it out towards the right corner. Now they take a defender on right corner. They pass it back towards the top of the key. Another three taken. That one hits the rim short by the Grizzlies. Rebounded by Minnesota. That was an open three they took. But for some reason, Grizzlies missed that one. Minnesota with the ball. At the key, they pass it one back, top of the key, dribbling into the lane. They dish it back out. Left elbow here, Naz Reid with the ball. He's blocked and denied. Memphis with the ball. On the block in the key with 6.5 left to go in the second. Grizzlies trying to take it into the lane. Ooh, bad floater right there. Tons of contact, but no foul as Simai Shatu tried to get that shot off in the key. Memphis with the ball. That shot's blocked. They do get the offensive possession right back after that one and put that ball up and in into the bucket. So 38-31, 6:10 left to go in the second. Oh, yeah, Grizzlies putting in daggers in this one. A whistle, a foul here with 6:08 left to go in the second quarter. So, Minnesota only down by 7 right now, but Memphis just too hot to handle here with the three-point shots in this one, as we have players coming in and out of the game right now. 6 for 11 from downtown by the Grizzlies. Minnesota is catching up, though, but they not as quite as the shooting percentage as the Grizzlies here. Minnesota 5 for 13 from behind the arc right now. So Memphis with the ball inbound. That jumper in the key. Too easy right there. Shoots it over the top of everybody as Ivan Rabb connects with it. 40-31. Minnesota now with the ball. They have it at the top of the key dribbling. This is Jordan McLaughlin. He passes left wing perimeter into the hands of Naz Reid. Reid hands it off to Jared Terrell at the top of the key. 5:40 left to go in the second. Terrell here. Top of the key dribbling. Passes left wing perimeter into the hands of Reid once again. Reid bounce pass over left baseline. And was on a foul. Reaching committed by the Grizzlies by Ivan Rabb. So 5:37 left to go in the second quarter here. It'd be even better for Memphis if Ja Morant was out in the court. That'd be incredible if we saw Ja here on the court. But yeah, so much full potential for Ja Morant. Cannot wait to see what he can offer in the NBA once actual play starts back up in October. Just cannot wait for that to happen with Ja Morant from Memphis to see what he can do on the court. Triple-double machine this past season he was at Murray State. Just incredible, the numbers he put up for a man his size. Just taking the league by storm this past season. Small college from a mid-major conference from Kentucky, and Ja Morant led his way to the round of 32 this past season. I actually called that game the first round game against Marquette, and that was the game that it was all hyped up. Ja Morant against Marcus Howard, and from the very start, Ja just took control of that game, and it was a beatdown against Marquette that Murray State put on during that one. But right now, guys, we're at another commercial break. When we do get back to action, we'll have 5:37 left to go in the second quarter. Score is 40 Memphis, 31 Minnesota right now as Memphis still shooting the ball at a really good clip from the floor right now. 59%, 17 for 29 shooting from the court. They've cooled down a little bit. 6 for 11 from behind the arc. Minnesota right now shooting the ball at 5 for 13 from behind the three-point arc. That's 39% from behind three. And 13 for 29 from the floor. So that number for the T-Wolves has gone up to 45% from the floor. As we're getting ready to go back to action, that's 8 points by Bruno Caboclo for the Grizzlies and 8 points by Tyler Harvey, the top two scorers for the team right now, tied for the lead for Memphis. But here we are, back to action here, as it is a 9-point lead by the Grizzlies. As I call it play-by-play here on the channel. If you guys are new, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So, we got an inbound pass coming up here. Minnesota will inbound this one. They lob it over towards the left baseline here. Into the hands of Keita Bates-Diop. Diop now with the ball for the T-Wolves. Dribbling with it. Try to pass that one off. The ball got deflected out of bounds by Brandon Clark on the play. So, the T-Wolves will get this one back with 5.5 left to go in the second quarter. So, inbound coming up here from Minnesota. They are down by 9, and they'll inbound it once again at the left corner of their front court. They lob it over at the left wing into the hands of Naz Reid. Reid here, guarded by Ivan Rabb of Memphis. That pass is bad. Stolen away by Memphis here, taking it up and in. And they get that shot, and that one falls into the key by Shaq Buchanan. Shaq Buchanan teammates with Ja Morant at Murray State, and now they are teammates from the Memphis Grizzlies at this point, if Shaq Buchanan can make the roster here. Minnesota going inside the low post. That shot goes up and in, circles around the rim, and goes into the net for 2, and they get fouled as well, so the and 1 coming up at the free throw line right here. Jordan McLaughlin drilling right side baseline, feeds that one off to his teammate, and that is Keita Bates-Diop who shot that ball right into the key, got followed by Ivan Arab of Memphis, and the ball circled around the rim, up and in, into the net. So the and one coming up at the free throw line here for Keita Bates-Diop of Minnesota. No good. Ball hit the front part of the rim, rebounded defensively by Grayson Allen. So Allen snags the board for Memphis. Memphis now with the ball dribbling. Top of the key with it. At the right elbow, they pass it back. Top of the key three, they take it with Ivan Arab. No good. Hits the front part of the rim. Rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota now with the ball. Big burst of speed inside, and that shot, no good right there by the Grizzlies. Gets rebounded by Memphis. Memphis with the ball. They take a three. Right wing, they connect with it. They let it fly from behind the arc. They're up by 12. 45-33 off the three by Dusty Hannas. Minnesota now with the ball. They dribble at it at the right wing perimeter. Yeah, Memphis right now looking in control right now, Josh, as yeah, tough time at the line so far by Minnesota, and at the free throw line for sure. Minnesota turned it over too into the key. So Memphis with a steal. They have a left wing perimeter. Grayson Allen taking it inside with a shot. Couldn't finish though. Gets rebounded by Naz Reid of the T-Wolves. Minnesota with the ball. They're dribbling at the left wing perimeter. They still have a left wing. Makes their move inside. They pass it back towards the left wing. They take a three with Naz Reid. Reid off the mark here. Rebounded by Tyler Harvey of the Grizzlies. Grizzlies with the ball. 3:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Hit that like button if you're new guys to the channel. Hit the subscribe button as well. Whistle a foul committed on the play. Number 3, Jared Terrell with a bump foul right there at the top of the free throw circle, trying to guard a Memphis player. So yeah, Dusty Hanna's the last play for Memphis, draining the three, the last possession they got that they scored on, with Dusty Hanna's clearing some space from the right wing and drain the three. But here we are back to action. Grizzlies up by 12, trying to add to it. Grayson Allen passes top of the key off to Hannas once again. Hannas making his move inside. Big block underneath though. Clean block right there by Minnesota. T-Wolves, here we are. 2-on-1 fast break. Going to the basket. Bodies collide. 2 shots coming up at the line here for number 55, Mitchell Creek. So 3:31 left to go in the second quarter here as the T-Wolves had that fast break 2-on-1 transition underneath the basket. But a foul, blocking foul right there is Minnesota tried to take that one in right side baseline with a jam by Mitchell Creek, but no good. He'll shoot 2 though at the line. Memphis though, they did get back fast on transition right there. Yeah, just a lot of open shots that the Grizzlies have turned into buckets here in transition. First shot goes down at the line as that one rattled right in by the T-Wolves. Mitchell Creek shooting shots here at the free throw line. First one was up and good. Here's a second one at the line for Creek coming up. Naz Reid checks out of the game. Number 11 for Minnesota. He was the leading scorer yesterday with 20 points along with 6 rebounds in yesterday's game against Brooklyn. Second shot goes down at the line. It's a 10-point lead right now by Memphis. Grizzlies with the ball dribbling at the left wing perimeter. Now they take it towards the top of the key here. Makes a move inside by Harvey. Tyler Harvey floats up the shot. No good. Off the top left side of the backboard. Rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota now with the ball making their move. Inside. Keelan Martin couldn't finish to the hole. Didn't pass it to anybody. Just took it up there with a burst of speed. Missed the layup. Memphis with the ball. They pass it off at the right wing. Grayson Allen takes it in. Too easy. Right there with a layup up and in. Blowing past defenders for 2. 47-35, the rotational defense right there was just not there at all in that play by the T-Wolves. Minnesota underneath the basket, circling around, dribbling. Right side baseline, McLaughlin with a shot. He is blocked and going the other way here. Memphis with the ball, right wing perimeter. Now they take it top of the key. And that shot no good. It rattled right out. Rebounded by the T-Wolves. 2.5 left to go in the second quarter. Hey, Goalhorns back in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much for joining me back here once again. 12-point lead by Memphis. Passing the key at 12-point lead by Memphis. Yes, passing the key. Stolen away by Memphis. Bad pass by Minnesota. Leads to a Memphis bucket. Nice spin move right there in the key. Goes up and in for 2 by the Grizzlies. They are up by 14 right now. It's 49-35 as we're on another timeout. Brandon Clark doing the honors right there off the steal. The NBA Summer League MVP going inside the key with a spin move and a jumper as he put that one home for 2. So right now it's a 14-point lead as we are on a commercial break. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here on the channel. So, yeah, looking sharp right now for the Grizzlies for sure. And Josh thinking that this one's over. Game over looks like appears at this moment, but still got around, let's see here, 22 minutes or so left in this game, as we'll have 2:18 left to go in the second quarter when we do get back. But yeah, not looking too good for Minnesota, as Ryan's pointing out in this one. That's exactly what Ryan pointed out, I believe, too. I think you were the one who pointed that out in the Heat game when they played Miami, and they were down at halftime. I think it was like 51-37 they were down against the Heat at halftime in that one. They were actually down by 20 points with 8:25 left to go in the third quarter. Somehow, some way, they had a huge end of the third quarter and came back and won that game against Miami. That was just insane. But let's see here. Goalhorns with a video suggestion here. Rating mascots. Oh, that's a pretty cool one. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind when I do have a chance. So that's pretty cool right there. G League live stream. Probably not, because I'm not sure if I would have the channels to do the G League live stream. I think that's like a pay-per-view channel or so that they have those on. I think they have those on like NBA TV or so when no NBA games are on. So I don't have that channel back here, so I wouldn't be able to do it unless they're able to put it on channels that they have, but usually not or so. I know there's a bunch of basketball going on right now, though. Big Three or so, but that hasn't really gained that much popularity and stuff like that. There's the TBT tournament next week or so, but yeah, I'm just going to stick with the NBA and college as we're back to action. Memphis with an inbound, and they get that bucket right there into the key, driving right there with a spin move into the lane, and the shot gets floated up, and Grayson Allen connects on it for two. He gets fouled as well, so he'll shoot the and one at the line as he got fouled by Mitchell Creek of Minnesota. So we got a and one at the line, and Grayson Allen connects on it. It's 52-35 right now. We have a minute and 50 left to go in the second quarter, as Minnesota has the ball, dribbling at the right baseline with the ball as they float up that shot. That was contested, but they do get the tip in right there with a little bit of teammate help for two. 52-37 right now is the score. Memphis with the ball. A minute 35 left to go on the clock here in the second quarter. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Into the hands of Paris Lee. Lee dribbling top of the key with it. Minnesota's giving Memphis a lot of space on the court right now. Memphis dribbling it back. They take a floater into the lane. Oh, they connect with it for two right there. Tyler Harvey connecting for two. It's 54-37. 1:15 left to go in the second quarter. T-Wolves with the ball, dribbling. Right wing here, McLaughlin. McLaughlin going into the lane underneath the basket. Oh, reverse-handed layup goes down underneath the basket here with a minute and 5 left to go in the second. Memphis with the ball, 54-39 to score. They have it at the left baseline, trying to dribble outside. They pass the one towards the left wing perimeter. Lots of spin moves going on here around the perimeter, just trying to clear some space here for Memphis to take a three. Lob pass over the top here. From the top of the key, inside the key, going inside, and too good right there, working on one defender, laying it up and in, inside the paint for two, in the low post by the Grizzlies. 56-39 right now. T-Wolves with the ball, they have it, top of the key, dribbling, McLaughlin with it, he'll take a three from the outside, no good, hits the rim short, that was an open three and an open miss. Rebounded by Memphis here. 30 seconds left to go on the clock before halftime. They take a three, step back, air ball though, by Tyler Harvey, gets rebounded by Minnesota with 22 ticks on the clock. So Jordan McLaughlin with the ball. 16 seconds left to go in the game clock. 17 on the shot clock. Shot clock right now. Shot clock, game clock, 9-10. Right now, jumper to key. Going, not shot, no good, but foul committed on the court here. So 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Minnesota with 8.3 seconds left to go in the second. Yeah, Grizzlies, the underdogs here in these summer leagues. The number 8 seed, they fell basically because they lost to the Celtics. They could have been a 1 seed all the way back to an 8 seed just because they lost that game against the Celtics. So first shot at the line, that one's up and in. As it is 56-40 right now. Timeout called in the court. 8.3 seconds left to go in the second quarter. So right now, 8 seconds left to go in the second quarter as the Grizzlies are just owning this one as they are up by 16. Oof. Ouch. I'm sorry to hear that, Ryan. Oof. Might want to get that checked out if it keeps on giving you the pain, but man, I'm sorry to hear that. Ouch. How in the world did that happen? That had to hurt, my man. Ouch. So right now, commercial break. Memphis still shooting the ball really well from the floor. 57% right now shooting. 24 for 42 on their shots right now. 7 for 15 from behind the arc. Most of that damage was done in the first quarter, though, as they knocked down 5 shots from behind the arc in the first quarter. 5 for 16 right now from three-point range by Minnesota. Shooting the ball at 16 for 18 from the floor at 42% right now. So that is the number so far in this one. Going to look towards the leading scores here, as we have 2 players already with double-digit figures here for the Grizzlies. 10 points by Bruno Caboclo and 10 points by Tyler Harvey as well. Looking towards Minnesota scoring, 6 points is the leading, or 8 points is the leading scorer here. That is Barry Brown Jr. from Kansas State, leading the way with 8 points, then 6 points by Jared Terrell. So that's the number so far. Just getting ready to go back into this one when we do have an opportunity right here after this commercial break. Oh, wow, so maybe it's, maybe you were on your feet, like, too much or so, working today at the restaurant or so. Maybe it's just, like, too much on your feet or so working. Maybe it's the shoes that you wear, because, a couple years ago, I had that problem on my heel, that it was the shoes that I used to wear to work, because I was constantly on my feet, so I had to get, like, a bigger pair of shoes, because that type of shoe was too tight. But here we are, back to action. That shot was a miss at the free throw line by Minnesota, as the ball goes out of bounds, as the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies were battling for that one, out of bounds at the left corner of the perimeter, and it was last touched by Minnesota. So Memphis to get the ball back, last chance possession. Oh, nice pass right there. They just couldn't finish to the hole right there. They had the ball at the left wing perimeter. They passed it back behind the back, and a nice play with a move to the key on the behind the back pass and the bounce pass right there. Going into the lane, as Memphis should have had the easy layup with the left hand, but they missed it, though, at the horn. Too strong off the backboard. So 56-40 right now the score at halftime. It could have been 18 if the Grizzlies had gotten that one to fall. That would have been beautiful. What a play that Memphis had drawn up right there. As they passed that, they dribbled that ball past half court. They passed it at the left wing perimeter, and then they passed it back to their teammate, who was already with a burst of speed trying to make his way into the lane. Took it through the left elbow and into the lane and blew past a bunch of defenders right there. Could have had a chance to lay it up and in for 2, but a little bit too strong off the backboard right there by Memphis, as we end it at halftime right now. So halftime it is here. 16-point game. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure to smash that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on the channel. The name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I've been on YouTube now for like 5 months, and this channel has just really exploded, really taken off in these Summer League games. Almost 70+ subs in these Summer League games on the channel since I've started the Summer League matchups here. So this is awesome. And this channel just keeps on growing every day. We passed 300 like last week or so. We're almost at 340. So let's keep this up and up and up. This is awesome, guys. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having everybody here on the channel. But yeah, right now at halftime, and Memphis is just crushing it with the three-point shots. Early on, they were looking great. All cylinders from three-point lane, or three-point from behind the line, as they were shooting the ball 5 for 7 to start out the game. Now they're 7 for 15 from behind the arc. So the numbers have cooled down quite a bit, but what a great start, though. They shot the ball at 80% early on from the floor. The number, of course, it would drop, but they're still shooting at a great clip in that first half. Summarization here, 55.8% from the court after the first half here for the Grizzlies. Minnesota shooting the ball at 42% from the court and only knocking down 5 3-point shots. Looking at some of the other stats here, the T-Wolves got crushed yesterday in the rebounding boards against Brooklyn throughout that entire game, but other than that, they held Brooklyn to really poor shooting from the floor. That's how they were able to win that game, and also the free throws counted yesterday by the T-Wolves. They shot the ball 18 for 20 from the line at 90% in yesterday's game against Brooklyn. Today, they are struggling so far at the free throw line. 3 for 7 right now at the line so far in this one. So they've had struggles with the balls hitting the majority, basically the front part of the rim in this one from Minnesota so far, that they've not been able to get the shots to fall. Also Memphis with tons of assists so far. Open baskets that they've had so far in this game. 16 assists by the Grizzlies, doubling that number to Minnesota, who only has 8 assists so far in this game. So that number double for Memphis as the assist column. Also, big number here with the steals and blocks in this one. 5 steals by the Grizzlies. Only 1 steal so far by the T-Wolves in this one. And then 6 blocks down inside the low post so far by Memphis. And only 1 block so far by Minnesota. So lots of turnovers so far by the Timberwolves. And also the big key here, Memphis has only turned the ball over twice so far in this game. 2 turnovers by the Grizzlies, playing absolutely clean basketball, as clean as it can be. And that's where we have it right now in this game. So capitalizing by the Grizzlies in this one, I'd say. So yeah, they're doing everything so far in this one for the Memphis Grizzlies, as Brandon Clark was named today the NBA Summer League MVP. He's had great back-to-back games here. Brandon Clark with 18 points, 12 rebounds, crushed the Celtics in the semifinals towards the end of that game, in the rebounding battle right there. And then in the last game, Brandon Clark scored 23 points along with 14 rebounds. He had 4 rebounds that were offensive in that game. 7 for 10, he shot the ball from the floor, and he finished in the Summer League, leading all players in Summer League for this Summer League in 2019 with a player efficiency rating of 34.5. So Brandon Clark, past 2 games after a slow start to the Summer League, really lighting it up from the court here. And once again, Brandon Clark doesn't have the highest number so far, but he's had all the categories right now in this one. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, the steal and the block right now by Brandon Clark. Currently, he is rated as a plus 12 so far on the court at this moment. So, Memphis with a whole set of steam right here, as they are up by 16 going into halftime, of course. We'll see what Minnesota can do in the second quarter here. The Timberwolves were down by 20 with 8:25 left to go in the third quarter against the Heat. But we're in an NBA Summer League final game here. The numbers could be different. It's gonna be really tough to come back here against this Grizzlies team, who's just been automatic from behind the 3-point line in that first and second quarters here for the Memphis Grizzlies. But yeah, great ball movement here by Memphis, and just playing so much faster tempo in the court. Lots of plays here. A couple of alley-oops, layup jams they've had so far in this one in transition, and that's where it's got out of control so far in this one. So, thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel. Getting ready to go back to the second half right after this one, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel as well. So, this will be the final stream here of the NBA Summer League. And then I will be back with the play-by-play for basketball action probably in October when the stream, when the games start for real again. Hopefully preseason games and then the games that start for real. So I'll be doing NBA and college once again when the season starts up, which will be awesome. And of course, videos throughout the off-season here. Tons of videos I have in mind, by the way, as well, college and the NBA. So I'll be doing those for you guys as well throughout the off season. Halftime show, can I perform? I wish, man, goal horns. I wish, man. Maybe someday. Maybe someday, my man, when I get a big audience, that'd be pretty dope if I could perform someday. No copyrighted music though. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I can't drum the copyrighted EDM music. Or so, can't put that on the speakers and do that. Then I'll get a nice copyright strike by YouTube. But yeah, looks like Minnesota's looking like they're gonna get that dub, the L right now. Memphis gonna go for the dub, as it's a 16-point lead here by the Grizzlies. So if Minnesota does lose, everybody in the Summer League will have a loss to their name after this one completes. So yeah, the dub looking like Memphis is in full control right now, up by 16 at the half. We'll see what happens in the second half here. Hasn't really been as big of a game that I've hoped for here. Not as much, just because as the Timberwolves haven't been able to keep up to Memphis so far in this one. Just, if Minnesota had kept up to Memphis in their pace, this would be one hell of a game. Both of these teams would be on pace for over 110 points going for the, once we get final for this one. But looking at these numbers right now, Memphis just Oh, man, they're just racking up the points right now. Totaling that. So, over 110 projected right now for the Grizzlies. If they keep it up, they're at 56 after the first half. If they can keep up that number in the second half, that'd be insane. But yeah, there was a beatdown today in Major League Baseball, by the way, as well. San Francisco Giants crushed the Colorado Rockies today in the MLB. 19-2 was the final score there. As the Giants, this player right here, Brandon Crawford, went 5 for 6 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs in that game for the San Francisco Giants today. But here we are, getting ready to go back to action in the third quarter right now. 56-40 is the score as the Grizzlies are on defense. Timberwolves with the ball first. Minnesota taking the shot. That one goes up and in into the net right there for 2. So deep 2, they hit it right there for 2. It's 56-42. 9:25 left to go in the third quarter. Memphis now with the ball. They're going to take the ball past the right side of the timeline. They swing it over towards the left wing. They take a 3. They connect with it from the outside right there, dropping down the triple. So left wing 3 once again going down from the outside. That is Bruno Caboclo draining the 3. Minnesota with the ball. They're down by 17. They take a 3 right wing. No good. And Memphis with a rebound. 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Grizzlies with the ball. They have it at the right wing perimeter dribbling. Grayson Allen slings it back left wing here into the hands of Keenan Evans. Evans dribbling at the free throw circle. Takes the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Minnesota. 8:50 left to go in the third. Hey, we got Goal Horns. He'll be back in the channel once he does get back. Hey, no problem, man. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you when you get back. So that shot is blocked in, denied by Memphis as Minnesota went into the key, but Memphis dribbling up the court, got the ball poked and stolen from behind them. So Minnesota gets the ball right back. They have it left wing perimeter into the hands of Jared Terrell. Terrell here, left elbow, pass it back to Naz Reid. Takes the 3, top of the key, no good off the top of the iron. Battle for the rebound, tipped up in the air, rebounded by Memphis. Grizzlies with the ball. They take a pass at half-court logo. They have it top of the key, making your move inside. They pass it left baseline back to the top of the key. Nice ball movement. They take a 3. They were open. They could not hit the 3, though, from the outside right there by Caboclo. Gets rebounded by the Timberwolves. Timberwolves in transition. Left handed layup. No good. But they do get the offensive rebound. Whistling a foul underneath by Caboclo here with 8:05 left to go in the third. So the Timberwolves, the inbound. Or no, actually shooting foul. So, thought it was a non-shooting foul, but the refs are going to say that it will be 2 shots here at the line for Naz Reid, number 11 for Minnesota. So, 59-42 right now is the score. 1 shot actually at the line. So, 1 shot at the line, and that shot goes down. It's 59-45. So 7:55 left to go in the third. Memphis with the ball. They floated up in the key. That shot no good. They do get the offensive rebound, though. They're going to set it up. They're going to dribble back towards the left corner of the perimeter. Grizzlies have it. Dribbling at the right elbow. They take it inside. Nice move. Nice feed to their teammate, though. That ball gets stripped into the lane, though. Stolen away here by Minnesota. Timberwolves with the ball at the top of the key. Dribbling with it. So they still have the ball. Making their move. Nice spin move into the lane. Jumper goes down for 2 by Keita Bates-Diop. 59-47 is the score. 7:25 left to go in this third quarter. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Memphis with the ball. They bounce pass it over. Top of the key here for Tyler Harvey. Harvey passes left wing perimeter here for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies going inside. Too strong off the backboard, though, as that shot was a miss right there by Memphis. By Keenan Evans. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. They take a 3. Catch and shoot. Left corner. No good. Another miss from the outside at the left corner. And the ball goes out of bounds as Memphis will get this ball back in the inbound with 7:03 left to go in the third. So the Grizzlies here will get this inbound right now. They're up by 12. 59-47 is the score. And another whistle and a foul committed on the reach in here by the Timberwolves with 7 minutes left to go on the clock. So whistle and a foul. We get another inbound coming up here from Memphis. So Memphis with the inbound. They take this one past the half-court logo. As this is Keenan Evans dribbling towards the right wing perimeter now with it. Bounce pass inside. That ball goes off the fingertips of Brandon Clark, and Minnesota steals it. So Timberwolves now with the ball, taking it past the half-court logo. They dribble it, pass it back. Right corner 3. They take it. They connect from the outside. It's a 9-point game. 59-50 now is the score with that 3-point shot going at the right corner by Mitchell Creek. Memphis with the ball. They take a 3. It's open. Top of the key. No good. Offensive rebound. Underneath with a putback by Brandon Clark, the NBA Summer League MVP. And they'll go to the free throw line to shoot the and one. So that shot goes down right there off the offensive board by Brandon Clark with a missed three-point shot at the top of the key. Right there by Memphis, and Clark helps out his teammate, gets the put back up and in, gets fouled as well underneath by Keita Bates-Diop, who committed the foul. So the and one shot here coming up at the free throw line by Memphis. 61-50 right now is the score. 6:26 left to go in the third. One shot at the free throw line here by Brandon Clark of Gonzaga. And he nails it right there. It's a 12-point lead. 62-50 as Minnesota has the ball. They're going to take this one past the half-court logo. They pass it up towards the left wing perimeter. Terrell flings it off to McLaughlin. McLaughlin almost lost control of the ball, but lobs it over to Naz Reid. Naz Reid backing his way inside the low post. Swings it back off towards the left wing. Back to Reid here. Reid at the left wing. Look at the pass to somebody. Swings it at the right wing, and that ball goes off the fingertips right there of his teammate and out of bounds. So turnover on the play by Minnesota with 6:06 left to go in the third. So Memphis will get this ball right back here. Grizzlies to inbound this ball. Brandon Clark checks out of the game here for Memphis. So Grizzlies have this ball back on the inbound. They're going to take it past the half-court logo. They pass it off to Dusty Hannas, and that is a whistle, a foul on the play with 6:01 left to go in the third. I think an offensive foul on the last play by Memphis. So yeah, offensive foul here, as the Timberwolves will get this ball right back. They're moving it around the perimeter. They have it at the left wing here. Jarrett Terrell pass it inside to Naz Reid. Naz Reid throwing it down the left side baseline with a two-handed jam. 62-52 right now. 5:40 left to go in the third. Memphis with the ball dribbling top of the key. Pass off towards the right wing of the perimeter here. Caboclo. Caboclo passes that one off towards the right wing into the hands of Harvey. Harvey floats up the shot. Oh, that one goes in. Looked like it should have hit the front part of the rim, but got help right there. Floated from the front to the back and up and in for two into the net. 5:20 left to go in the third. Timberwolves with the ball at the right wing. They pass it off towards the top of the key. Keita Bates-Diop now dribbling into lane. Jumper hits the rim short. Big rebound right there by number 10 from Memphis, Ivan Rabb. Rabb now with the ball, taking it past the timeline. Left wing here into the hands of Grayson Allen. Allen dribbling top of the key for Memphis. Memphis with the ball with Allen. Allen at the left elbow. Now makes his way inside. Oh, Allen tried to go for the layup inside with a reverse handle layup. Slicing and dicing in between the Minnesota defender, but he got fouled on the play right there. And we should have shots coming up at the free throw line. So right now, 64-52 is the score behind the arc basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me in here on the channel as I call play-by-play of basketball action, as this is behind the arc basketball on YouTube. So yeah, when we do get back to action, we'll have 4:57 left to go in the third quarter, and the shooting foul the last time was committed by Naz Reid of Minnesota, so we should have two shots coming up at the free throw line, coming up for Grayson Allen of Memphis when we do get back to action. But just looking at the leading scores of this one, leading the way, we have two players with double-digit points right now for the Grizzlies. 13 points by Bruno Caboclo, leading the way in scoring right now. 12 points by Tyler Harvey for the Grizzlies. And for the Timberwolves, we have a couple players with 7 points. The leading scorer has 8 points. As Barry Brown Jr., perfect 3 for 3 from the floor. He has 8 points, 7 points by 3 players for Minnesota. That's Mitchell Creek with 7 points. 7 points by Keita Bates-Diop and 7 points by Naz Reid. Yeah, Josh, a couple minutes ago, looking like the Timberwolves were going to choke, but they were up by 8, and then now they're up by 12. Once again, a couple baskets that they've got, a couple big baskets in there. One of them was a huge offensive rebound underneath with a putback up and in by Brandon Clark. Then he went to the free throw line and hit the shots as well. So just going to look at that number for you guys with Brandon Clark. As he's played a really good game so far. All statistical categories here. 8 points by Brandon Clark, along with 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks and a steal. So looking for that double-double once again if he can get there before this game finishes off. But yes, we have around like 13 and a half minutes left to go in this one. In the full game we have or so. So yeah, it's not done until it's over right now, but Minnesota did come back against the Heat, but Memphis has been up throughout this entire game trying to add to that total. Now they're at the free throw line shooting 2. Grayson Allen will help out towards that total here as he hits the first one. Second shot coming up at the free throw line by the former player for the Duke Blue Devils. He has 8 points right now for Grayson Allen. Second shot here at the line. That shot's up. That shot's good. It's... yeah, 68-62 right there. Trying to figure out the number. So 14-point lead. Minnesota with the ball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. They pass the one inside the key with McLaughlin. Ball gets taken away right there. And Minnesota does get it back in the key. Whistle, a foul committed by Memphis underneath inside the low post. So 7 points off of turnovers so far by the Timberwolves in this second half. 0 points off of turnovers by the Grizzlies. But we have 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line for Minnesota. First shot's up, first shot's good. That's Naz Reid at the free throw line. It is 66-53 right now the score. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Second shot coming up at the free throw line here by Naz Reid. This one's up. This one is no good. Hit the top part of the rim, so it gets rebounded here by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies with the ball. They take it up the court. They take a 3 at the right wing. The ball's no good, and it gets tipped out of bounds. So that ball gets tipped out of bounds. Minnesota will get it back. Last touch by Memphis at the baseline. So Timberwolves will get this ball back here with 4:35 left to go in the third quarter. They're going to take this one past the left side of the timeline. They pass the left wing perimeter into the hand of McLaughlin. McLaughlin dribbling top of the free throw circle here for the Timberwolves. Almost got that ball stolen away. Passing that one back outside here to McLaughlin once again. Takes his move inside and he gets stripped into the lane. Ball stolen here by Memphis. Off the steal. Memphis with it at the free throw circle. Pass it back outside. Left corner 3 taken. Hits the rim short. Oh, what an effort. They tried to get that ball. And they're going to say that the Grizzlies are going to get it right back. So Memphis saved that ball right at the left corner of the perimeter as it almost went out of bounds baseline. They did save it. They tossed it off a Minnesota player. And it went out of bounds. Last touch by the Timberwolves. So 4:12 left to go in the third quarter right now. We do have players checking in and out of the game. Looks like Canyon Barry, number 24 from Minnesota's checked back into this one. Memphis to inbound this ball at the left corner of their 3-point perimeter. They'll pass this one off. Lob pass at the left wing perimeter. They are up by 13, 66-53 right now. Memphis, little floater in the key, no good. Gets rebounded here by Barry Brown of Minnesota. Timberwolves with the ball, they have it. Taking that move inside. Brown trying to finish the hole. He gets it. Nice slice and dice right there in between a couple of big-time defenders as the little man, Barry Brown, goes inside with a layup for 2. 66-55 right now the score. Memphis with the ball, they have it right wing perimeter, and that is an offensive foul committed by the Grizzlies. So the Timberwolves will get this one right back. Oh, man, what a move. Last possession, though, by Minnesota. Slicing and dicing into the lane. Cutting 2 defenders right there by Barry Brown. And laying it up and in. 3:40 left to go in the third quarter. Timberwolves with the ball. They move it towards the left wing. They pass that one. They sling it. Oh, bad pass. They were dribbling left side baseline. They flung that one over towards the right wing perimeter. And that was over a teammate's head off the fingertips and out of bounds. So, poor pass right there. And it will result in another possession here by Memphis off the turnover by Minnesota. So the Grizzlies with the ball off the inbound. They're going to take it past the right side of the timeline here. Bounce pass inside. Jumper in the key. No good. Off the top part of the iron. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. 3:15 left to go in the third quarter. Minnesota going past defenders. Blowing it up and into the lane right there with a 2-handed jam. Oh, man. Where was that? Basically, with a huge burst of speed was Mitchell Creek, and he jams it down for 2. 66-57, Memphis with the ball. Floater right there at the free throw circle. No good. It stops still at the front part of the rim, and Memphis tried to save it before it went on the bounds, so they last touched it. So Minnesota here has come back. They are down by 9 right now. What a comeback if they do try to make this comeback, but right now, 2:58. Left to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the court. Make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action. The name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So yeah, what a game all around by the Memphis Grizzlies. But if you're Memphis, they played a stellar game throughout. You cannot blow it if you're Memphis right now. They've just played incredible on all parts of the court tonight. But these numbers have crept up. Minnesota, the second half team throughout the entire summer league, coming back behind 20 points, and they won that game against the Heat. And right now they are down by 9. The shooting percentages for the Timberwolves have crept up. The shooting percentage for the Grizzlies has decreased and went down here. 47% shooting here by Memphis with this time on the clock with 2:58 left to go in the third. Minnesota's number has gone up. 45% right now shooting from the court by the Timberwolves. As we look to some of the other stuff here, when we went into halftime, Memphis outstole Minnesota 6-1 in the steals category. Right now, Minnesota has 3 steals so far in the second half. Memphis has 0, so that's the number so far. Memphis with a block in the second half. They have 7 blocks as a team so far. Minnesota did get their second block as a team in the second half. So that's some of the numbers so far, but I was talking about how Memphis played clean in that first half, only turned over the ball twice, and now in the second half, they've turned it over 5 times. So 7 turnovers by a team right now by the Grizzlies, 10 turnovers at this moment by Minnesota. As we get back to action here, 2:27 left to go in the third quarter. Make sure to spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So it is a 9-point game here by the Timberwolves, cutting that Memphis lead. Memphis has been up throughout the entire course of this game. We'll see how this one will finish as we're back to action here. Getting back to action, a big-time 3 taken in. Minnesota connects from behind the arc right there by Keelan Martin. It's a 6-point game. They've cut this deficit to 6. Memphis now with the ball at the left elbow. They have it. They're open. They could have took the jumper. They hand that one off instead. Dusty Hannahs. A little floater right there gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 66-60 right now is the score. 2:27 left to go in this third quarter. Minnesota is alive right there. Nice cut from inside to the 3-point perimeter at the left wing on the last 3-point shot by Keelan Martin. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here by Dusty Hannahs of Memphis. First shot's up. First shot's good. 67-60 right now is the score. 2:27 left to go in the third quarter. Second shot coming up here at the free throw line by the Memphis Grizzlies. This is Dusty Hannahs at the line. Second shot's up. That shot is perfect as well. Showing you nothing but net on both of those shots. 2:25 left to go in the third quarter as the Timberwolves get the inbound. They pass the timeline here, dribbling now at the top of the key, making their move towards their left. They're at the left elbow with Barry Brown. Passes that one back outside. They have it at the right wing perimeter here into the hand of Mitchell Creek. Passes right wing into the hand of Keelan Martin. Keelan Martin takes it into the lane with a layup. He hits it for 2 off the backboard, up and in. 68-62. What a move right there. Blowing past defenders by Keelan Martin of Minnesota. Memphis with the ball. They have it left wing perimeter. They pass it out towards Dusty Hannahs on the cut right there towards the left wing to the left. Top of the key towards the left wing perimeter. They're passing around the perimeter once again. They have it at the right wing. Into the hands of Paris Lee. Paris Lee taking a 3. No good by Memphis. Gets rebounded by Keelan Martin of Minnesota. Timberwolves with the ball. 1:40 left to go on the clock. Deep 3. Top of the key. Oh! Hitting it down from the outside. Oh my goodness. This is a 3-point game. The Timberwolves are alive. Letting it fly and dropping it down. 1:25 left to go in the third quarter. Memphis with a ball. They've been up throughout this complete game. They have it at the left elbow. They pass it back at the free throw circle. This is Paris Lee dribbling here. Don't change the dial. Hit the like down below. Hit the subscribe button as well. Whistle the follow here. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line as Memphis took that one into the lane. Tried to slam that one down, and they were fouled from behind. So 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line by the Grizzlies. As 68-65 is the score. Minnesota lighting that one up with Keelan Martin from the top of the key, knocking down the last shot by the Timberwolves. Wow, they were up. Memphis has been up by a ton of points, and now it's a 3-point game. Make it a 4-point game here as Memphis drains the first shot at the free throw line. It's 69-65 right now. So we have a minute and 14 left to go on the clock. We'll have a second opportunity here at the free throw line by the Memphis Grizzlies. Minnesota is on a 13-3 run in the last 2 minutes or so. Second shot was a miss right there by Memphis. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Timberwolves with the ball. They're going to take a pass at half-court logo. Dribbling into the hands of Mitchell Creek. Passes off. Left wing perimeter now. Into the hands of Barry Brown. Brown passes off to Paris Lee. Takes that 3. No good. From the outside, gets rebounded by Memphis. Memphis now with the ball, dribbling right wing perimeter. With the moves here, Dusty Hannahs passes that one back as he made a move inside. Slings it back to Hannahs, right corner 3, catch and shoot. Hannahs converts, knocks it down from outside for 3. 72-65 right now off the 3-point shot at the right corner by number 8 for Memphis, Dusty Hannahs. The Timberwolves with the ball as they move it towards the left wing perimeter. That's a three taken. Keelan Martin, back-to-back three-point shots, connecting on that one. Oh, man, his point total is really lighting up the board right now. 72-68 Memphis with the ball as they dribble past the half-court logo. They'll have most likely maybe the last shot here before the end of the third quarter. 9 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 16 left to go on the game clock. Memphis with the ball taking this one into the key, and they go with that shot. That shot was blocked and denied. Battle for that ball, and it gets last touched out of bounds with 8.5 seconds left to go. But let's see here. There was a shot clock violation on the floor, so I think the refs will keep with that. So shot clock violation at 8.9 seconds left to go, and the inbounds will go back to the Timberwolves, I believe, here. So Minnesota will have the inbound with 8.9 seconds left. The refs are looking at this. Big call on the court right now for both of these teams. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So 8.9 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Minnesota will get the ball. So the refs will say that was last out by Memphis. And the shot clock violation also out at the same time by Memphis anyway. As Minnesota gets fouled with the ball dribbling past the half-court logo, there was 4.4 seconds left to go. So Memphis had that foul to give right there. 72-68 the score. The Timberwolves to inbound it once again on their side of the front court, the right wing perimeter. Timberwolves to inbound, 4 seconds on the clock. They pass it right corner here. They dribble inside. Nice bounce pass underneath the basket, and Jordan Murphy tried to put up the shot, and oh my goodness, there was tons of contact on that play, and Jordan Murphy will shoot two here at the free throw line with 1 second left to go in the third. Hey, we got Domio in the chat. What's good, my man? So, unfortunately, John Morant and Jarrett Culver are not playing in this game. So, John Morant from Memphis underwent surgery around like a month and a half ago. So, he's not playing in any of the Summer League games, unfortunately. So, yeah, I cannot wait to see John Morant actually play when the season starts up. But Jarrett Culver, he was actually part of a draft pick trade that Minnesota got. So his trade was finalized last week, but he never practiced in time for the squad. So unfortunately, Jarrett Culver isn't playing as well. So both of the shots at the free throw line go down by the Timberwolves, as that was a costly foul by Memphis with a second remaining as Jordan Murphy dribbled left side baseline off the feed and got fouled with a second remaining. Hit both of his free throws, and there we are at the end of the third quarter. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel right now. 72-70 the score. After 3, moving on to the fourth quarter. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what I do as well. Hey, I appreciate that, Domio. Thanks so much, man, for joining me on the channel. I appreciate it. So, yeah, right now, Memphis, they were up by a bunch of points in this game, and then they started getting cold. And look at this. Minnesota has cut a huge deficit by the Grizzlies now to 2 points. This is basically what the Timberwolves did in the last game against the Heat earlier in Summer League poll play. They were down 20 points against Miami with around 8 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Minnesota came back and they won that game against the Heat. And once again, they've been down by so many points in this one. I'll see if I can get that point total for you. The largest deficit here in this game by Minnesota, but they've been getting crushed throughout this entire game. They've never held the lead at once, but now they've climbed right back in it. So I'm going to see here if I can get that score for you guys. They've been down by 12 points quite a bit. They've been down by 15 at one point in this game. Trying to see that largest deficit. They were down by 16 at halftime. So yeah, Minnesota just capitalizing on shots. Memphis has turned the ball over a ton of times now. So the Grizzlies, when I reported what happened at halftime, the Grizzlies were playing clean basketball. 2 turnovers going into halftime. Now they turned over the ball 7 times in this game. So 5 turnovers so far in that third quarter. Yeah, 16-point deficit by Minnesota. They climb back right into this one. And Memphis had 16 assists at halftime. They only had 2 assists in that third quarter, as Minnesota had, I think, like 5 or 6 assists in that third quarter. But we're back to action here. 9:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure to spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So yeah, Minnesota's really heating up here with a three-point shooting from the outside. That's something that Memphis started strong with the first quarter. Memphis now with the ball, 9.5 left to go in the fourth quarter, pushing it over towards the left wing. Into the hands here of Grayson Allen. Whistle on the foul on the clock here with 9:23 left to go in the fourth, as we have 6 seconds left to go on the shot clock. So 9:23 left to go in the fourth quarter right now. Inbound pass coming up for the Grizzlies as they're up by 2 here in the Summer League Final. I'll update you guys with the leading scores when I do get to the next commercial break. Grayson Allen with the ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock, 9:20 left to go in game clock. Allen going inside, lays it up and in for 2. 74-70 right now is the scores. Grizzlies are up by 4. Minnesota with the ball at the left wing. This is Barry Brown. Barry Brown from Kansas State having one hell of a game today. Passes right wing perimeter now into the hands of Mitchell Creek. Creek going inside. Big block underneath the basket, but a blocking foul. Let's see here. Blocking foul, goaltending. Goaltending will be the call on the court. So goaltending by Memphis. So they'll count the bucket for 2 right there, as the ball was over the top of the cylinder by the Timberwolves. So 8:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. Back to a 2-point game. Memphis now with the ball. They take a 3 left wing. No good. Hit the front part of the rim. These threes are been contested. What are you doing, Memphis? That ball goes out of bounds right there. They should have saved it. I think the Memphis player trying to go after that ball gave up on it because he thought it was the last touch by Minnesota. So instead, the ball goes out of bounds off the missed 3-point shot. Goes to the baseline, and the Timberwolves get the ball here. 8:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. Murphy going inside the low post. Jordan Murphy gets fouled, and he'll get 2 more shots here at the free throw line. So Jordan Murphy, right before we ended that third quarter, he hit both of his shots at the free throw line, and now he'll shoot 2 here at the line. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure to spike that like button down below. Give this a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button as well. 2 shots here at the line, and that's going to cost you. You cannot miss free throws at this juncture right now, especially in a Summer League Final game, as Jordan Murphy missed his first one. It's do or die here to make the roster for all these players. From the NBA roster to the G League to be being cut entirely. The second shot goes down at the line right there by Jordan Murphy. It's a 1-point game. This is the closest that Minnesota has been in this one. Memphis now with the ball dribbling inside the low post. Ball gets poked out of bounds. 8:26 here in the fourth quarter. Ball gets poked out of bounds. Grizzlies should retain possession here with 14 on the shot clock. 8:26 left to go in this game clock. So yeah, if you guys are just joining us, crazy game. The Timberwolves were down at halftime. 66 to 50 was the score at once. The largest deficit was 16 points. Memphis, alley-oop pass over the top, and a two-handed jam right there for 2. It's a 3-point deficit by Minnesota. They have the ball. They can tie it up with a 3. They have it at the left wing. Passing it off to Canyon Berry. Berry going inside. Passes back outside. The right wing perimeter here as Minnesota has the ball, dribbling with it. The Timberwolves. Now they make that move inside. And they get a whistle on the foul. We got 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line by Keelan Martin. So Minnesota will shoot 2 here at the free throw line here by Keelan Martin, number 30 for the T-Wolves. What a game between both of these teams. What a comeback by Minnesota in this one. Memphis starting out hot in this game, shooting the ball 80% from the floor, and ever since that number is dipped and dropped. So first shot at the free throw line goes down by the T-Wolves right now. It's 76-74. Second shot, that one's up and in right there. So it's a 1-point game. 76-75 as Memphis has the ball, dribbling at the right wing perimeter into the hands here of Tyler Harvey. Harvey with the ball, dribbling now top of the key. Bounce pass, nice move inside Brandon Clark. And Clark has fouled underneath the basket with 7:44 left to go in the fourth. We'll see 2 shots here at the free throw line by the NBA Finals Summer League MVP. So the Summer League MVP here of the NBA for 2019 going to the line to shoot 2. This is Brandon Clark, the number 21 overall draft pick from Gonzaga. 7:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies up by 1, and it'll be 2 as Clark hits that one. We're going to look towards Brandon Clark's numbers right now as he has a second chance at the free throw line in this game. Brandon Clark right now with 11 points so far in this one, as he buries that shot as well, at the free throw line. It's 78-75. 7:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves with the ball. They have it top of the key. Dribbling now at the left elbow, making their move inside. Barry Brown pass over into the hands of Murphy. Murphy, that one was an air ball. Second chance right there with the offensive rebound. And the put back up and in right there by Jordan Murphy for two. And he gets fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot the and one. What a sequence of plays right there by Jordan Murphy going inside. As the first shot he floated up right there underneath the basket was no good. Got the shot deflected right back at him. And the second chance got that one to fall. The shot at the free throw line though, no good by Jordan Murphy as the rebound goes to Memphis. Grizzlies with the ball off the defensive boards. They dribble at the left wing perimeter here as they have it into the hands of Tyler Harvey. Grizzlies dribbling, pass it over towards the left corner. Lob pass, left side baseline to Clark. Clark, and he got denied first time. Got the shot right back, right there, and put it back up and in underneath the bucket for two. 80-77 is the score. Minnesota with the ball. 7 minutes left to go on the clock. Hit that like button. If you're new guys to this channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get this to 10 plus likes before I sign off. Right elbow jumper taken by the Timberwolves, no good. Jordan Murphy, offensive rebound underneath the basket. Oh, no good with a second chance shot. Too strong off the backboard. Got his own offensive rebound once again, and Jordan Murphy with a putback. Oh man, this guy is a force right now on the court. Number 14, Jordan Murphy from Minnesota. 80-79 to score. Memphis with the ball, passing the key. Ball goes out of bounds. As that ball gets tipped out of bounds right there on the play. Oh man, looking at the replay here, Jordan Murphy just cannot quit getting offensive board after offensive board. 6:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. Ball last touched by the Timberwolves out of bounds, so Memphis will get the inbound here. Grizzlies catch and shoot, left corner three, no good. As a rattled out offensive rebound underneath the basket here. And we got shots coming up at the free throw line as Memphis was fouled underneath the basket by Ivan Rabb. So 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for number 10 of Memphis. That is Ivan Rabb. It's a 1-point game. 6:32 left to go in the fourth quarter. 4 points so far by Ivan Rabb, along with 4 rebounds. 2 for 4 from the floor. First shot's up. First shot is way off. Hit the front part of the rim right there. Didn't even stand a chance. So first shot at the free throw line was a miss by Memphis. Make sure to hit that like down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. As I call play-by-play of basketball action on the channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Second shot. That one's up. That one's good by Ivan Rabb. 81-79 right now is the score. Minnesota will get this inbound as they're going to take this one past the half-court logo. This is Jordan McLaughlin here with 6:20 on the clock. Passes left wing perimeter into the hands of Keelan Martin. Martin takes left baseline jumper. No good. Gets rebounded here by the Grizzlies. Memphis with the ball. They're going to take it past the half-court logo. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Dribbling. They pass it. Right wing three. That's deep. And they connect with it. Dusty Hannah's drilling the three from way outside. It's 84-79 Memphis. 6 minutes even left to go in the fourth quarter right now. Minnesota with the ball, dribbling at the free throw circle. They pass it back, bounce pass towards the right wing to Jordan Murphy. Murphy going inside. That shot too high off the backboard, but that is a shooting foul committed right there by the Grizzlies on the play. So 2 more shots coming up at the free throw line by Jordan Murphy. Yes, it is, Ryan. What a game this was. A 16-point deficit Minnesota was in at halftime, and man, 84-79 is the score right now. Actually, a couple minutes ago, if you joined me in like 5 minutes ago, Ryan, this game was a 1-point game. Incredible how the Timberwolves have come back in this one. But right now, this is why. Remember when I said early on, if you were in the stream, that Memphis was shooting the ball 80% from the floor early on in this game. They were hitting everything. They shot the ball 12 for 16 early on in this one. That number has fallen now to 46% from the floor. Minnesota is the better shooting team at this moment, shooting 47% from the court here. As we are on a commercial break, don't change the dial, guys. Hit that like button down below with a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button as well. This is going to be a fight to the finish here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. The Timberwolves were down by 16 at halftime, and now they've cut that Memphis deficit to 1, and now they are down by 5 with 5:55 left to go in the fourth quarter here on the channel. So just updating you guys with the leading scores of this game. Leading the way here, 15 points by Bruno Caboclo of Memphis, 13 points by Brandon Clark, 12 points by Tyler Harvey, and 11 points by Grayson Allen. Also, Brandon Clark has a double-double in this game. 13 points along with 11 rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds, 3 of those on the offensive boards, and 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks as well. Hey, what's good, Alex? Thanks so much for joining me back here. you're actually joining back this channel at a really good time right now. We have like less than 6 minutes left to go in this game. And it's a 5-point game, so great to join the channel right now. So yeah, awesome. Glad to hear the best turkey sandwich. That is great. And feeling healthy, that's glad to hear as well. So right now, guys, getting ready to go back to action. Give this the thumbs up down below. Almost at 10 plus likes here on the channel. Let's get me there. Also, get me past 340 subscribers before I finish this one. So the Timberwolves at the free throw line. First shot goes up and in, and it's 84-80. Oh, Malice at the Palace, Ryan watched. Oh my gosh, that game, that was crazy. I haven't seen that highlight video in forever. I'm going to have to watch that. But yeah, big black eye that game was to the NBA. With all the fans throwing beer bottles on the court as the second shot goes down at the free throw line by Minnesota. Memphis with the ball, jumper to key. That was no good. Gets rebounded here by the Timberwolves. But yeah, crazy game. Big black eye to the NBA in the early 2000s with a Malice at the Palace. Here we are, back to action here. Timberwolves down by 3, dribbling right wing with McLaughlin. Passes top of the key into the hands of Keelan Martin. Martin dribbling here inside, makes his move into the lane, hits the rim short, and the whistle and foul committed underneath by the Grizzlies on the play. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line with 5:20 left to go on the clock here by the Timberwolves. Hey, thanks so much, Alex. So, looks like Alex's mom likes my voice, and I'll say hi to your mom as well. So, hello, Alex's mom out there as well. Thanks so much for joining my stream. So, Keelan Martin now, shooting 2 at the free throw line. As that shot goes down, it's a 2-point game. This is really interesting right now in this one. 84-82. 5:20 left to go in the fourth quarter right now. Second shot coming up at the line, and that one connects as well for the T-Wolves. It's a 1-point game. Has Anna Pacheco watching the channel as well. That is Alex's mom. Thanks so much for joining me here on the channel. Memphis with the ball. They dribble. They have it at the left wing perimeter. They're making their move inside left side baseline to the basket. Big blocking foul underneath, and 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here for Keenan Evans for the Grizzlies. So we have 5:05 left to go in the fourth quarter right now. If you guys are new to the channel, spike that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button as well. 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line by Keenan Evans, number 36 for Memphis. It's a 1-point lead by the Grizzlies. They can expand this lead if they make these at the line. First shot's up. First shot is good. So now it's 85-83. First one was a make at the line. Brandon Clark, though, named 2019 Las Vegas Summer League MVP, the number 21 overall draft pick from Gonzaga. Incredible what he's done in these past 2 games and today's game as well. Second shot, no good at the free throw line. Rebounded with 5 minutes left to go on the clock here by the Timberwolves. Minnesota with the ball. They pass it left wing perimeter into the hands of McLaughlin. McLaughlin dribbling into the lane. That shot no good. Too high off the backboard. Tons of contact right there. Gets rebounded by Memphis. 4:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Memphis slings it over at the right corner perimeter. Makes their move inside. Too high off the backboard. Tip. No good. Second chance. No good. Offensive rebounds. And a whistle and a foul here underneath the basket. With 4:37 left to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, man. What a sequence of plays right there. Looks like 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here by the Grizzlies. Hey, Goal Horns back in the chat. Thanks so much for joining me back here, Goal Horns. What a game. Minnesota was down by 16. And Memphis is up by 2. Make it 3. Brandon Clark shooting 2 at the free throw line. The NBA Summer League MVP as he hits his first one. Second shot coming up here at the line for Brandon Clark. As he's had a stellar game, he connects with that one as well. 87-83 right now is the score. As the Timberwolves will have this ball, they're going to take a pass, a half-court logo here. 4.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Dribbling, top of the key for it. Bounce pass inside, making their move with Kenyon Berry, and he turns it over right there. Oh, he's going to plead his case to the officials. He was stuffed underneath the basketball hoop, and he is giving it a mouthful right now to the refs. So turnover by the Timberwolves here with 4:27 left to go in the fourth. So we have Nirvana Gaming in the chat. We have 4 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in this game, Nirvana. Memphis with a 4-point lead, 87-83. So 4:27 left to go in the fourth. As the last play, the refs are going to say that it was out of bounds by Minnesota as the Timberwolves were dribbling inside the lane right there left. They got stripped of the ball and it went off them last. So went out of bounds by the Timberwolves here with a commercial break on the court. But thanks so much, guys, for joining my channel. If you're new to this channel, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So let's see here. Goalhorn's asking me, do you think the new what do you think if there's going to be a new expansion team in the NBA? If that's what he's asking, not at this moment. Probably, I think that they're pretty comfortable right now with 30 for the NBA or so. But yeah, what Ryan's pointing out here, I think Seattle should definitely get back their team. Yeah, Las Vegas or Seattle for sure. I've always wanted there to be a team for like Virginia. Virginia is the largest state population-wise, and also, yeah, largest state population-wise that doesn't have a professional sports team. That'd be awesome if they could have like a pro sports team out in like Richmond or someplace out there in Virginia. That'd be pretty cool. Or so I think the reason why though is because there's like the DC area. They have a good amount of teams from like DC and then Maryland as well. And then down south in North Carolina, right below them, they have sports teams. But right now the score is a 4-point game. 87 Memphis, 83 Minnesota, as we have around 4:20 left to go on the clock in this one. Yeah, give Maine a team classic. Actually, Maine had an arena football team this past season that they played in, I think it was Cross Insurance Arena in Portland. And they played for one season last year in the Arena Football League, and that team folded. They didn't have enough money to play a second year. But here we are back to action as we have 4:10 left to go on the clock. Going inside, Memphis laying it up and in for two. It's 89-83. 4:05 left to go in the fourth quarter right now. Minnesota with a ball as we did have 4:20 on the clock moments ago. 4:20. Quite the day when April 20th comes up every year. That shot no good at the left corner by Minnesota as it gets rebounded by the defense here. Memphis with a rebound. They're going to take it past the half-court logo. 3:50 left to go in the fourth. Memphis with the ball, spin move in the key. Oh, that ball was stripped and stolen, but the Grizzlies get it back. Grayson Allen has it top of the key. Allen dribbling at the right side of the three-point perimeter. And now he makes his move inside. Allen, jump shot at the free throw circle. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. 3:37 left to go on the clock here with Grayson Allen shooting two shots at the free throw line. So thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel right now. It's a 6-point game. If you guys weren't here earlier, Minnesota was down by 16 points at halftime. They cut this Memphis lead to 1 point in this game, but they've never been able to tie it or lead it. As we have two shots here at the free throw line. Make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well if you enjoy what I do as well. So, what a game here between both of these teams right now. 89-83 is the score, as Grayson Allen is at the free throw line for the Memphis Grizzlies. First shot at the free throw line was a make. It's 90-83. Second shot coming up. This one's up. This one's good. It's an 8-point game. So, once the Timberwolves were on a roll, basically, in this one, they were down by 1. They've lost control of that deficit, though. Memphis on the defensive end. Minnesota with the ball. They sling it back. Left wing. Catch and shoot. 3. No good. Just taking desperation threes at this moment. With 3:20 left to go on the clock in the fourth quarter. Rebounded by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies with the ball. They take it past the half-court logo here. They have it top of the key. Sling it over towards the right wing. Into the hands here of Bruno. Caboclo with a shot. That ball goes off the top of the iron. And it goes out of bounds right there. So turnover by Memphis, as it's still an 8-point game. 3 minutes left to go on the clock right now. Minnesota's down by 8. They need to make it up here scoring-wise. McLaughlin taking it inside, reverse-handed layup. No good. Lots of bodies right there to contest that shot, and rebounded by Memphis. Grizzlies with the ball. They dribble at the right wing perimeter. Into the hands of Tyler Harvey. Bounce pass inside the low post, and that is a whistle, a foul here with 2:49 left to go on the clock, as the reach and foul is committed by number 20, Josh Okogie, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, Minnesota now, they're in trouble. 8-point game, 2:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. This to decide the NBA Summer League champion, as Memphis, the number 8 seed, is up. They have the ball at the right wing perimeter. Sling it towards the top of the key, making your move inside. Spin move. Harvey going for the bucket right there. He missed it, though. Rattled out. That would have been awesome if he had finished right there playing through the contact. Instead, it got rebounded by Minnesota. Timberwolves with the ball at the left elbow. They sling it back towards the top of the key. They take a 3 from the outside. No good. Offensive rebound into the hands of McLaughlin. Jordan McLaughlin lights up a 3. No good. And another rebound right here. This one by the defense by Memphis. 2:18 left to go in this game. Memphis is up by 8, 91-83. They take this one past the half-court logo. They dribble with the ball here as they have this ball into the hands of Grayson Allen. Allen taking a move inside, jumper in the key. He connects. He hits it for two. This one looks like it's going to be over. 93-83, 1:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves with the ball, dribbling top of the key, now towards the left wing. Naz Reid puts that ball into the hands here of Mitchell Creek. Creek going inside, fakes out. The defender right there puts it off the backboard, up and in for two. 93-85, 1:45 left to go in the fourth quarter, guys. Hit that like down below. Hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action on the channel. Memphis is up by 8 with 1:35 left to go in the fourth, dribbling. Top of the key, making your move and slide. They sling it back towards the outside. Left wing three. No good. Rebounded by Minnesota. Big burst of speed up top here. Mitchell Creek making his move inside. Pass it back outside. Shot fake. Move inside. Barry Brown. Ooh, no charge committed there. I thought that Memphis took the charge. But a whistle and a foul with 1:18 left to go in the clock here in the fourth quarter. 93-85 is the score with 1:18 left to go. I thought that Memphis took the charge there inside the low post. They couldn't believe it, as there was no foul call on that play. But right now we have shots coming up at the free throw line as the Timberwolves were fouled trying to take that shot. So 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line by Mitchell Creek. We have 1:18 left to go in this game. First shot by Creek is up and it's good. It's a 93-86 game. It's a 7-point lead by Memphis. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this channel a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get this past 340 subs before I sign off. What a great summer league here. Gained 70 subs since this past last week. Second shot at the free throw line. It's a miss by Minnesota. You got to drain those. If it's this stage of the game here, you're down by 7 with 1:18. Third shot coming up because he was fouled from behind the three-point arc. Also, make sure to subscribe to Off the Wall Hockey on YouTube. That's my best friend John's channel. He's got the road to 1K. He's now at 910 subs on his channel. 90 more subs to 1,000. Third shot goes down at the free throw line right there. It's 93-87. Memphis with the inbound. They're going to take it past the half-court logo. Bounce pass here. Minnesota now pressuring defense with a half-court trap. As Memphis gets past that, they have it at the left wing perimeter. Lob pass over the top. Ball tipped up in the air. Stolen away here by Minnesota. A minute left to go, even on the clock. Timberwolves with the ball. Big burst of speed into the lane. They pass it back. Left corner three and a whistle and a foul on the reach-in by Memphis on the play with 56 seconds left to go on the clock. So we had a whistle and a foul. Should be 2 shots here at the free throw line. Yes, it will be. So the Timberwolves taking 2 shots at the line. So 56 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter here. Timberwolves shooting 2 shots at the line with Barry Brown Jr. Played college basketball at Kansas State. He was the leading stealer in the Pac-12 conference, Big 12 conference this past season. First shot goes up and in by Barry Brown. 93-88 right now is the score. 56 seconds left to go. Second shot coming up here at the free throw line when we do get back to action with Barry Brown after this commercial break. Make sure to do everything with right now to this channel. Make sure to give this a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Big red subscribe button down below as well. And also like, share, comment, and subscribe, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, guys. So let's look at these leading scores right now. Leading the way is Grayson Allen and the Memphis Grizzlies on this commercial break. He has 17 points right now. 15 points by Bruno Caboclo, 15 points by Brandon Clark, your NBA Summer League MVP. He also has 16 rebounds in this game. Double machine Brandon Clark is. But look at these totals right here. Brandon Clark in the quarterfinals against the Celtics, 18 points, 12 rebounds. In the semifinal game yesterday, in that one against the Pelicans, 23 points, 14 rebounds. Shot the ball 7 for 10 from the floor. 4 of those were offensive rebounds. And then in this game, double figures once again. 15 points, 16 rebounds for Brandon Clark, the number 21 overall draft pick from Gonzaga. Right now for Minnesota, the leading scorer, 19 points by Keelan Martin, 14 points by Jordan Murphy. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button as well. As we will have a free throw coming up at the free throw line by Barry Brown when we do get back to action here with 56 seconds left to go. The Timberwolves to shoot 1 free throw at the line. Yeah, 2 subs here, guys. The 340. Who's going to be the lucky 2? 339 and 340 here on the channel. Make sure to hit that big red subscribe button before I sign off here, guys. You guys have been awesome throughout the Summer League. Just incredible here. Incredible like Brandon Clark's been throughout this game. So, a free throw coming up here at the line for Barry Brown Jr. as he plays on the Minnesota Timberwolves. He hit his first one. Here we are back after commercial break. Second shot coming up at the free throw line by Brown. This one's up. This one's good. It is a 4-point game right now. 93-89. Memphis with the inbound. 52 seconds left to go. Half-court press as they do get past the half-court defense right there. Grizzlies have it. Chewing down clock. 13 on the shot clock. 45 left to go in the game clock here. Grizzlies with the ball at the right wing perimeter. Dribbling this one into the hands. And that shot no good right there by Keenan Evans. Hit the front part of the rim as he dribbled around with a rebound here by Minnesota. 30 seconds left to go. Minnesota taking it inside. Oh, they had a clear layup. They dished it back outside. Oh, they take a three. Oh, they connect with it from the outside. They hit it. Right wing three. It's a 1-point game. 20 seconds left to go. You got a foul here. Oh, Memphis dribbling right side baseline, dishing it back out. Top of the key here. Into the hands and the whistle and foul as that ball went right into the hands of Keenan Evans, and a reach and foul committed by the Timberwolves with 15.8 on the clock. Oh man, what a game. Minnesota has never led in this one. They were down by 16 points at halftime. They just drained a 3-point shot at the right wing by Keita Bates-Diop. 15.8 seconds left to go in this one. So 15.8 seconds left to go. Inbound. Memphis gets the inbound and the whistle of foul with 10.4 seconds left. So another foul committed as Minnesota was trying to go for the steal right there. So 10.4 seconds left to go. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, guys. Let's get this to 10 plus likes before I sign off on this video. 10.4 seconds left to go. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for the Memphis Grizzlies. So Memphis shooting at the line here, as this happens to be Tyler Harvey. Or let's see here, Keenan Evans or Harvey, 16 or 36? It's 36, so it's Keenan Evans at the free throw line shooting 2. First shot's up, first shot's good. So these free throws right here, the decider, the Summer League, as Keenan Evans converts in the first one. He'll have a second chance here at the free throw line. 94-92, 10.4 seconds left to go. Smash that like button down below. One more sub to 340 here on the channel. Oh, he connects with it. Second shot goes down at the line. 3-point game and a timeout taken by the Timberwolves. What a game here between both of these teams. I'm going to post in the chat the seconds left remaining in this one. So 10.4 seconds left to go in this game as Minnesota will get this inbound back after commercial break. So Minnesota ball after timeout with 10.4 seconds left to go in this one. 95-92 is the score. Just going to update you guys with the leading scores of this game. But what a game once again here by Brandon Clark of the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark finishing so far 15 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks. He has the NBA Summer League MVP. So, yeah, what an insane game between both of these teams right now. What a comeback by Minnesota. Kudos to them for making this comeback right now. Oh, wow. Thank you guys so much for the 340 subs. I appreciate that. You guys have been awesome throughout the stream tonight. Incredible. Throughout the Summer League, we've gained over 70 subs here in the Summer League since I've started the stream. I've only been on YouTube for 5 months. This channel has really exploded doing the play-by-play for basketball games. So what I do on the channel here, the name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I call all different types of play-by-play for basketball games, from the NBA to the NBA playoffs to the NBA finals. Also, college basketball and the March Madness tournament. As we have Isaac in the chat. What's good, my man? What's up? Hello here. Ethan. Hey, it looks like both of those Isaac and Ethan, I guess, are brothers, as they got the same last name here in the chat. But welcome in, guys, to the channel. You guys are definitely tuning in at the right time right now. 10.4 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. The Timberwolves will get this ball here on the inbound. Make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get this to 10 plus likes before I sign off in this video. So the Timberwolves will inbound this ball with 10.4 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Let's see what they'll put on the inbound here. So Shaq Buchanan will be the one who will be guarding the inbound. McLaughlin, bounce pass over at the left elbow here. They need a 3 though. Minnesota, oh, bad pass on the exchange. They do get it off. Deep 3 contested. Hit the front part of the rim. And the battle for the rebound. Let's see what the refs roll here. The ball did go out of bounds with 0.7 on the clock. 0.7 left to go on the clock. Probably they're going to put some more time left, I'd say, and they're going to say Minnesota ball. So 0.7 on the clock. Hey, King James. Hey, LeBron. Thanks so much for watching me. Gonna see Lakers teaming up with AD, my man. That's gonna be insane if King James gonna try to get back and win another title here. Might as well do it with AD since that trade happened over a month ago. But 0.7 seconds left to go as it looks like the Timberwolves are toast right now. So 0.7 seconds left. The refs are looking to see if there's any time going to be taken, put back on the clock here. So refs looking at time right now. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here on the channel. Ethan and Isaac as well. So right now on the clock, we do have 0.7 seconds left to go. This game is not final yet. Minnesota will get the inbound. The refs are at the review stand looking over the time on this clock. Now, the last sequence of plays, Minnesota missed the three. It was contested at the top of the key. They took a three-point shot. Now, there was a lot of contact right there with a bump, and the ball went out of bounds. It looks to appear to be 1.5 seconds left to go on the clock when that ball did go out of bounds. Keita Bates-Diop went for the offensive rebound. The ball did get tipped out of bounds. And looked like Keenan Evans, number 36 of Memphis, last touched it at the baseline. So, we got an inbound coming up here from Minnesota. If this stays true, and there'll be some more time back on the clock. Hey, I appreciate it, Ethan. Thanks so much for being a part of this channel. So, right now, guys, it doesn't look good for Minnesota. Unless they drain a three here somehow, some way. If there was time to be put back on the clock. But 0.7 seconds right now, it doesn't look promising for the Timberwolves. It looks like there's going to be more time put back on the clock, though. And yes, indeed, Ryan pointing out, either way, it was a good game for sure. What a comeback here by Minnesota. Incredible comeback. Down by 16 at halftime. And then, if you guys were in my stream, during the early part of my stream, around halftime or so, and then came back towards the late part, everybody who came back, who took like a 15-minute break, was like, whoa, what happened there? Yeah, Minnesota with a comeback. But here we are. 0.8 seconds left to go. So 0.1 second put back on the clock. That's not helpful at all. Minnesota inbound here underneath the basket, though. So they need a three. So basically a cut here at the right corner, and they take a three. They need something. They need a three. Here we go. They lob it over the top. That ball tipped away, and this game's over. Memphis with a tip. Grayson Allen with a vertical right there on the tip right there. And this game is over as the Memphis Grizzlies have won it. The number 8 seed has won this game in the Summer League. They beat the Celtics, the 1 seed in the quarters. They won yesterday in that game as well against the Pelicans. Won in overtime as they were down 10-1 early on in the first quarter. And they win this one. Hold off the furious comeback by the Timberwolves. But yes, good game indeed. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Everybody throughout this channel. You guys were awesome. I'm glad to see new people, new faces here on the channel as well. Isaac and Ethan, the brothers, thanks so much, guys, for joining me on this channel as well. And of course, Ryan, it's a pleasure to have you as well. And everybody else who joined in the channel throughout. King James, King of LA. Nice to have some new people here on the chat also. So you guys were incredible here on the channel. Before you go, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. This game has gone final, as the final is Memphis 95-92 Minnesota. And of course, Goal Horns. Of course, great season with you Goal Horns the past couple weeks here since we've got them hitched onto this channel. You guys have been awesome here on YouTube. But I'll be back with the play-by-play stuff. I know in October, once the NBA starts up again, I'll be doing the play-by-play. Hopefully when the preseason comes up, then the games throughout the actual season, and then college basketball as well. College basketball and the NBA when that all starts up. Of course, off-season videos throughout the off-season here. Might be doing some video premieres for you guys. Got some couple really good topics in the future, so I'll definitely post some videos here in the next few coming days. Some really good videos here on the channel. But thanks everybody for joining me in here on the channel. Of course, great game as Isaac pointed out. Ethan, thanks so much, man, for joining me in here. As have a nice night, guys. Ethan as well. Have a nice night, man. And thanks so much. I appreciate that, Isaac. So, yeah, he turned on notifications. So that's awesome. So I also post basketball content throughout the off season as well. I know a good amount about college basketball, too. Like a good amount of the team. So definitely turn on those notifications if you like basketball. And yeah, I'll keep that video in mind. NBA Power Rankings as well, Ryan. I'll be doing that. I'll be doing top 25 college basketball rankings before the season. A bunch of videos here. I think I'm going to do one of about the Summer League players that surprised me here throughout Summer League play. I think I'm going to do a video on that when I do have a chance over the course of this week or so. So I'll have that for you guys. Unfortunately, probably no videos during this weekend because I am going to the NASCAR race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So it comes every year to New Hampshire. So I'm from New England, by the way. So this is the first time I'm ever going to a NASCAR race. So it's going to be a blast. So probably no videos or so Saturday and Sunday during the weekend. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted though. Videos with you guys throughout the off season. Maybe even some FIBA World Championships in there if I have the time during August and around Labor Day. If I do have the time to cover FIBA, I might do some live streams as well, and also the play-by-play for the football channel. I should be launching that soon. I'll let you guys know with a video, my separate channel for Final Yard Football. But thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here on the channel. You guys were awesome throughout the stream. Ryan here saying the game kind of reminded him of Tyus Jones, the Timberwolves versus Bulls Summer League a few years ago. Wow, interesting there. I actually didn't catch that, but yeah, awesome comparison right there. The Bulls with Denzel Valentine. That's great. Wow, that is awesome. And yes, Goldhorns, definitely. I'll talk to you soon. And of course, what Goldhorn said here earlier on the channel, make sure, if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to Off the Wall Hockey on YouTube. That's my best friend John. He's at 910 subs right now. 90 more subs to 1,000. And yes, thanks so much, Ethan. Take care and have a nice night as well. So we're just gonna wrap this up and sign off for my video. Just gonna do the post game here, wrap up with the point totals of this one. So Brandon Clark here, NBA Summer League MVP here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Finished off his final Summer League game with 15 points, 16 rebounds in double fashion for Brandon Clark, and this from Gonzaga. Incredible draft pick here as they got a good draft pick in him. Number 21 overall. Looking towards some of the other scores here. Leading the way, Grayson Allen, 17 points for the Grizzlies. 15 points by Bruno Caboclo. 12 points by Tyler Harvey. 15 points off the bench by Dusty Hannas. He shot the ball 3 for 4 from behind the arc. And for Minnesota, as I sign off here momentarily, leading the way, 19 points by Keelan Martin. 13 points by Mitchell Creek, 14 points by Jordan Murphy. And yes, guys, if I don't see you guys for a couple more weeks, most likely no live streams here because basketball is finished or so. So no live streams until the basketball season starts, unless I decide to do FIBA with the World Championships in late August into September. That might be the next thing I do. But yes, guys, if I don't hear from you guys until the new season starts up, make sure to have a nice summer. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me on the channel. And yes, we got to that 10 like mark. The career record here on the channel is 30 likes, actually, which is awesome. So yeah, cannot wait till next season, NBA and college for next basketball season. Cannot wait to pass the record like mark and the record view mark of 81 viewers that they had at one time in the channel, which is the record. But thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel. You guys were awesome. Before I go, make sure to have a nice night and take care, everybody, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. The Summer League champions go out to the Memphis Grizzlies, winning this one 95-92 against Minnesota. What a comeback, though, by the Timberwolves as we sign off here on the channel. Thanks so much, guys. Have a nice night and have a nice summer.